어저께 5시간 정도 플레이를 했었는데 오늘 일단 엔딩을 보는 걸로 하고 나머지 부분을 플레이를 해보도록 하겠습니다. 어저께 첫 화면이 그 원래 다나로즈 화면이었는데 지금 바뀌었네? 원래 그 사이베리아 원래 이 주인공이죠. 케이트 워커 이미지가 바뀌었네. 계속하기. 대충 줄거리, 여태까지 줄거리는 원래 그 이게 1937년에 바겐이라는 도시에서 뭐 가상의 도시인데 거기서 이제 뭐 17세 소녀인 다나 로즈가 나오고 피아노 치는 그 소녀, 그리고 2004년에 이제 케이트 워커가 나오는데, 아무튼 이 시대가 양쪽으로 교차되면서 진행되는 구조거든요. 그래서 지금은 이제 2005년도에 이제 케이트 워커가 그 예전에 37년도에 이제 17세니까 2005년도면 이제 뭐 노인이 됐겠지만 그 소녀를 찾아 나서는 지금 그런 내용이거든요. 잠깐만, 계속 뭐야? 그래서 어저께 마무리했던 게 지금 이 주인공 케이트 워커의 어린 시절 임무가 있었는데 뮤직박스 집을 조사하라. 이 차대 작업 허가서.
Last time it took Mom days to find the strength to open it.
안 열어봤네? 뭐지 이게? 작업 허가서? 열을 수가 없네. 할머니와 할아버지에게서 온 선물. 뭐지 이게? 책, 무슨 책이야? 자, 왜 이렇게 돌아가는 거야? 잠깐만. 이거 설정이 좀 이상한 것 같은데? 여기요? 가만히 있는데 왜 자꾸 돌아가지?
Grandpa and Grandma from New York
뉴욕에 계신 할아버지 할머니에게서.
really ought to read it, or at least dog-ear the pages so it looks like it did.
이거 움직이는 건 괜찮은데? 저 3월 볼 때 왜 저럴까? 일단은 진행하다 안 되면
The piano that Mom ordered will soon be here.
피아노?
Couldn't bring myself to tell her that I wanted a drum kit instead.
우리 사랑하는 사라. 응? 내 아버지와 나는 리차드에게 일어난 일에 대해 정말 유감이다. 우리 사랑하는 사라. 우리는 널 걱정하고 있어. 너는 이미 다 잘 아는. 넌 이제 엄마한테 잠깐만. 넌 이제 너만의 아이를 가진 젊은 여자이지만 네가 고생하는 걸 기억하거라. 우리는 네가 필요하면 항상 여기 있을 거야. 그 할아버지 할머니께서 엄마한테 쓴 편지네. 이건 무슨 이야기야? 아니 이게 왜 계속 돌아가? 잠깐만요. 뭐가 문제가 있어. 패드를 된 것 같아.
Mom bought those again.
뭐야 이게 수면제인가?
Wow. I hope I get to travel around the world too when I grow up.
Oh, hello, Munchkin.
Hey, Mom.
Is everything okay, Katie?
다 둘러본 것 같은데? 또 볼 게 있나? 여기 방이 있는데? 들어가지 못하는 걸로. 관찰. 가져간다?
We haven't seen Grandpa and Grandma for a long time. Mom says they'll probably come over from New York on her birthday.
일단 다 본 것 같고 뮤직 박스를 찾아야 되는데 여긴 나가는 데인데.
Mommy, can I go out and play with Olivia?
That depends on you, Munchkin. Did you finish your homework?
Yeah. More or less.
So I can come check it then, right, Katie?
아 뭐 확인까지 안 했니?
Actually, it looks too cold to go out. Think I'll stay in.
Just what I was thinking.
결론 못 나가.
Not fair.
어떻게도 못 나가. 야, 뮤직 박스 여기 있나? 이거 뭐야? 이거 공병 아니냐?
Looks like Mom's friends came over again last night. She's been seeing them a lot since what happened to Dad. Maybe too much.
여기 뭐가 있는데 옆에? 아 이거 올라가는 거 아니야?
Come on, I've been cooped up in my room for hours. Jeez, pulling my hair out
아니,
trying to
뮤직
figure out
박스가
the
어딨어?
math problem Miss Wormwood gave us. I deserve a break, right?
이거 못 찾은 거야? 이것도 아니 이건가? 아닌데. 자 뮤직 박스를 찾기 어디 있을까? 저기 뭐야? 뭐야? 앞에가 바다야? 뭐야? 아니 뮤직
How are you doing with your homework, Munchkin?
다 돌아본 것 같은데. 어디 있죠? 아까 다 본 거야 이거. 사진 아니야 이거. 시점 왜 이래? 힌트.
I'd love to play with Mom's music box in the living room.
거실에 있는 엄마의 뮤직박스. 거실에. 아니 뮤직박스 비슷한 게 없는데? 잠깐만 이거 근데 못 본 게 아니가 아니 잠깐 이거 얘기하는 건가? 아 뮤직박스 그래 뮤직박스라고 할 수 있지.
You forgot your music box.
Be careful with that, please, Munchkin.
Where'd this come from?
I already told you. Your grandma and grandpa gave it to me when I was little.
Doesn't look like it's from New York, though.
I don't know. Must have been in the family forever.
I just love it.
You've always liked it. Ever since you were little.
Will you give it to me when I'm big?
Maybe, if you're a good girl, when I get old.
So when will that be then?
Later, Katie.
게임 처음 시작할 때 이 케이트가 그 소금 광산에서 편지를 나중에 받았는데 어머니가 돌아가신 편지를 나중에 받게 돼서 그때 같이 온 이게 저게 원래 멜로디 뭐 아무튼 저거랑 같이 왔었는데 잠깐 잠든 사이에 그 꿈을 꾼 것 같아. 어렸을 때. 지금은 2005년 가을.
But when?
In a very, very long time, I guess. When I'll be gone.
편지지?
What the hell? You want me to call you Olivia? Fine. I've survived worse criticism.
제가 올리비아에게 전화하기 전에 자아 성찰을 해봐. 올리비아는 이제 친구인데, 아무튼 주인공이 사라졌을 때 계속 찾아다녀가지고 일기를 보면 올리비아가 부탁을 해서 보면 이 닉 켄틴이라는 사람이 찾아다니는 것 같은데 주인공을 일지를 이렇게 일지가 다 있는데 다 읽었던 거랑 읽고 싶은 분은 멈춰가면서 보시고요. 여기까지 읽었던 것 같은데 오늘은 뭐 이렇게 대피소로 갔다가 그리고 대피소로까지 가는 길은 멀고 생각했지만 악마의 길을 향하고 있었죠. 몽골시아는 얘네 헬리콥터를 타고 갔다. 거기서 저는 대피소의 관리이자 성질이고 약한 노파 레니 교활하고 과묵한 그녀는 간병인이 있었어? 전형적인 나중에 간병인이 맞섰나 보네. 전형적인 협박 전술은 전혀 소용이 없었습니다. 그래도 케이트 워커가 피난처에 갔으며 그녀에게서 1937년 여름에 있었던 사건에 대해 물어봤다는 사실을 꺼낼 수 있었습니다. 레니 씨는 결국 굴복해서 마지못해 아는 것을 전부 제게 말해주었습니다. 다나 로즈에 대해 많은 이야기를 하기도 했죠. 워커씨 그림에 있는 젊은 여성. 그녀는 그의 여름 레온이라는 등산가에게 빠져 있었습니다. 이 모든 일은 오리진이라는 비밀 탐사대 준비 과정에 있었던 일입니다. 브라운 섀도우의 후원을 받은 그 탐사대는 당시 무명 여성 영화 제작자 준타 스타인호프 씨가 남긴 필름에 담겨 있었습니다. 확실히 이 레온이라는 자는 탐험대에 동행한 브라운 섀도우의 민병대원과 불화가 있었지만 발테이어라는 먼 곳에 파시스트들에 의해 강제적으로 탐사를 가게 되었습니다. 그리하여 다나로즈와는 아픈 이별을 해야 했죠. 이 정보를 바탕으로 헤이트워크는 다음날 바겐의 음악 아카데미의 조사를 계속했습니다. 이제 가야 될 때가 바겐 음악 아카데미예요. 여기까지.
I shouldn't put it off. I better call Olivia while I have the courage.
이제 침대에 가면 뭐야 자아 성찰을 이렇게 할 수가 여기 앞에 있네. 이 편지 뭐야? 2003년 8월 23일. 올리비아이가 보냈던 편지인데 아무튼 어머니가 돌아가셨다는 편지였는데 원래 침대 쪽에서 자아성 잠깐만 이거 왜 시점이 자꾸 패드 문제인가? 잠깐만 패드를 잠깐 바꿔볼게. 맥박 패드는 괜찮은 것 같은데 맥박 패드가 아닌 걸 껴놨어가지고 내가 갖고 나가자.
Who do you think you are, Olivia Foster? It's easy to judge and lecture me from New York. You know nothing about what I've gone through, of what I've had to endure since leaving Hans.
새로운 게
This
떴나?
is not the time to surf the web. If I don't call Olivia now, I never will.
Oh, you
At this
tell-
hour, I doubt I'll be disturbing anyone if I use a phone booth at reception. At this hour, I doubt I'll be disturbing anyone if I use a phone booth at reception.
잠깐, 자동차를 원래 침대에서 아니 의자 같은 데서라도 해? 어디서 하는 거지? 여기서 하는 건가?
Looks like I'm not the only one who can't sleep tonight.
아 그냥 아니 고찰이 여기서 하네? 저는 그 앞에서
Don't
그
know why I should
생각합니다.
be so nervous about making a simple phone call. I mean, hey, I've crossed Europe, been in all sorts of danger, and yet look at me here. I'm worrying about talking to my former best friend. Oh, and I think I used to spend my life on the phone gossiping with her. So what do I risk? Criticism? The one who missed her mother's funeral because she was breaking rocks at the bottom of a mine. In any case, Olivia hasn't stopped criticizing me ever since I left Valladolid on Hans Vorarlberg's train. I'm the one who should be criticizing her. I mean, come on. Isn't she the one who took advantage of my absence to get her hooks into Dan? Now look at me, mulling over old grudges. That's exactly what I wanted to escape from when I decided to go with Hans in his train to Syberia. And then there was the departure with the Yukon tribe, their seasonal migration. Come on, Kate, for Christ's sake, stop procrastinating. Just make the darn call and get it over with.
아 그러다 잡혀간 거야? 그러면 그럴 수도 있겠다. 전화해. 들어가라고.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Canton, is that you? Who's there, please?
캔틴? 편지를 받았어.
Got your letter, Olivia.
Kate, I sent it 2 years ago.
I know, things have been complicated.
Complicated. I see. And so when are you coming back to New York? You know, to visit your mother's grave?
You know I can't come back, Olivia. I'm still wanted by the police over the sale of the Vorarlberg factory.
Oh, I haven't forgotten. Believe me. If only you knew how much the accusations hurt your mother. Visits from the police, the requisitions, and just when she was diagnosed, too. And yet the poor woman never stopped hoping that her daughter would come back one day. Or at least call to help her in her final days.
굳이 항변하고 싶진 않은데 이해해 보려고 한다. 어?
I'm calling precisely because I do care. It's just that ever since Katyusha's death and escaping from the mine, well, things have been, complicated. And then there's the woman in the painting, Dana.
What are you talking about, Kate? Just listen to yourself. None of what you're saying makes any sense.
Olivia, please.
Kate, Okay, listen to me. I thought you had plenty of time to think about how you abandoned all of us. Me, your mother, Dan, or even that poor Mr. Canton. And maybe felt at least some remorse. But I guess I was dreaming. All you do is keep chasing castles in the sky and ignore those who care about you.
I get why you're mad. Do you think I'm not mad at myself?
Well, I hope so.
But there's nothing I can do now to change what happened. It's over, Olivia. All I have now is the woman in the painting.
Oh, Kate. I should have known. And I should never have asked you to call me. Goodbye, Kate. I hope you find whatever it is you've been looking for these past 3 years. One thing's for sure, though. You wanted to be alone. And that's how you're gonna stay.
뭐야? 이 감정이 골이 깊은데? 이럴 거면 전화를 왜? 게임이 좀 드라마 같은 연출 기법이 좀 많이 있네. 다음날 다 찾으러 가야지. 원래 처음에 세 군데를 정해서 그 중에 한 군데를 가는 거였는데 이게 순서가 정해져 있는 건지. 시간의 순서상 처음에 대피소 가는 게 맞는 것 같긴 한데 왜 이러고 있는 거야?
Okay, let's go, kiddo. Another day, another page. A new day in Vaghen. I must take the tram to that music academy where Dana Roze was a student in the 1930s. With a bit of luck, they'll have kept her records. Demoiselle Lenny told me the music academy is near the musical square. Maybe Frau Wagner can tell me more.
뮤지컬 스퀘어? 조금 빠르게 진행하자. 와그너?
Oh, hello, Miss Walker. Oh, Miss Walker, did you sleep all right?
Fine, thanks.
Now, is there anything you need?
I'd like to go to the music academy. Can you tell me how to get there?
You just need to take the tram northbound to the musical square.
Is there anything I should know about the academy?
To tell the truth, it's a little glum nowadays. Especially when you think it was once the jewel of the town, where students came from all over the world to perform on the musical square, you know. Pity. It's since lost its panache of old through lack of students and means.
대피소 얘기를 그래.
I went to the Zilberspiegel Refuge yesterday. Oh, magnificent.
I won't disagree with that, Miss Walker. Those mountains are the pride of the town, just like old Lenny.
Lenny is highly respected in Vaghen because she was a resistance fighter during World War II, right? Well, I heard about it when I was at the refuge.
Lenny Renner might be a grumpy old spinster, but to us she's still a heroine. Pity the same
나
can't be
결혼 안
said of her
했었어?
father, though. Still, everyone has their cross to bear, as they say.
What do you mean?
No point gossip mongering. The war was a dark time in Vaghen for everyone, see? Best not stir up old memories.
가자.
Well, I guess I should get going. Thank you for your time, Frau Wagner.
Feel free to ask if you have any more questions.
뭐야 여기 아니야? 뛰어. 저 오토바이 타고 가면 될 것 같은데 왜? 잠깐만 저 위로 가야 되잖아. 아래쪽은 식물원인데 막혔어요. 막다른 길. 자 여기서 뭐야? 야 치워봐. 뭐야? 음악 아카데미. 가방끈인가? 뭐가 가리네? 뭐 떠나기 전에 뭐가 있긴 있었는데. 서브 미션은 뭐 대충 안 해도 될 것 같아. 언제 와? 무조건 봐야 돼. 아니, 트램 타면서 로딩을 하고 또 도착하면서 로딩을 하고. 로딩이 길다. 음악광장. 처음에 잠깐만 연주했던 데인가? 가자. 아니, 저 가는 걸 왜 보고 있는 거야? 자, 아카데미로 가기 전에 4명 고찰. 뭐야? 여기 맞는데? 여기 맞네. 잠깐만 여기.
Looks like this district has been more modernized than the antique shop district.
내면 글자는 어디서 하냐? 일단 가자. 가다 보면 뭐 나오겠지. 맨 처음 1937년도에 다나로즈가 연주하던 집도 이 근처일 텐데.
Don't do that. Stop it. Oh dear. Help! Help!
뭐야?
Help!
뭐야?
Put me down!
Oscar? Bet you can't catch it!
Don't you
Oh.
dare! Put it down! Right now!
Alright
아니
then.
얘들이 뭐 가지고 노나 했더니 공이 아니고 오스카였네.
Are you alright?
I had a bit of a bumpy ride, but I am glad to see you, Kate Walker.
Oscar! Oh, I've missed you so much.
I say, this display of emotion is most unreasonable, Kate Walker. I do hope you don't plan such profusion every time I change bodies.
It's just that I've been worrying about you. Where were you, Oscar?
Well, the mechanical instinct of my host took me for a ride, all across town. It took me the whole night to tame it, and that's when I bumped into those little rascals.
Yeah, lucky I was in the area, huh?
Quite. So, Kate Walker, what has happened since we parted at the Balaton River?
Maybe we should just sit down for a second, Oscar. This might take a while. And that's when Demoiselle Lenny gave me the address of the music academy in this neighborhood.
I see, Kate Walker.
You must think I'm crazy, huh? Running after that girl, Dana, who must have died ages ago.
Well, Kate Walker, you know I have difficulty understanding illogical thought patterns. But in the end, what I do understand is that you need to find her. Is that correct, Kate Walker?
Yes, that is correct, Oscar. I'm glad you're taking it so well.
I don't see any fundamental difference between crossing Europe in search of mammoths, travelling on ostriches in an irradiated zone, or following your double. These are not things an automaton such as I take into consideration.
Any other thoughts, Oscar?
Well, I guess I could ask you where we are heading, but truth be told, it doesn't really matter. I will follow you wherever you lead, and for as long as you require my services, Kate Walker. That's what an automaton does.
Thank you, Oscar.
Oh dear, I hope you're not going to become physical, are you?
No, I was just going to give you a pat on the back.
I would rather you refrain from having such thoughts. I am not a dog, you know. Whatever next?
Anyway, we'd better get going, Oscar, and you'd better keep out of sight.
Oh dear, I don't suppose I have any choice. Is it really necessary for me to be shut up in here, Kate Walker?
Sorry, Oscar, but I don't want to run the risk of losing you again. Victims of the genocide committed by the fascists during the Second World War. Oh, so many deaths. I hope Dana made it through. Bullet holes. The brown shadow must have shot people dead here. How horrible.
어디로 가야 되지? 주인공이 전화하고 나서 이제 그 다음에 워커 씨가 며칠 전에 전화를 했다는 거죠. 편지를 보내기 전에요. 그렇죠? 그녀가 다시 이성적인 행동을 하지 않고 당신에게 적대감을 갖게 된 것이 한탄스럽습니다. 당신이 워커 씨를 미국으로 돌려보내기 위해 비행기표를 예약한 것도 이해가요. 그렇지만 도움받기를 거절하는 사람을 도와줄 수도 없는 노릇이지 않습니까? 당신이 돕고자 하는 바로 그 사람이 계속해서 밀어야 하는데 왜 이걸 참습니까? 날 믿어요. 올리비아 씨, 이건 제 자신에게도 자주 묻기도 하던 이 상황에 딱 맞는 질문입니다. 저도 워커 씨와 그녀의 여행 동료들에게 가혹한 대우를 받지 않았습니까? 그녀를 도우려고 했을 뿐인데. 그러나 상황을 파악하려고 해보세요. 케이트 워커 씨는 아직도 시리에 빠져 있습니다. 사실을 말하자면 그녀는 어머님을 잃은 슬픔뿐만 아니라 친구 카츄시아 그리고 오스카를 잃은 슬픔까지 있다고요. 한밤중에 끔찍한 기억이 그녀를 찾아올지 누가 합니까? 이러한 감정은 그녀를 후회를 베푼 사람에게 적대적으로 대하게 만드는 요인일 거라 생각합니다. 밤중에 그녀가 당신에게 전화를 걸 때 그러지 않았던가요? 그래요. 당신의 의사도 존중하고 워커씨를 쫓는 일도 포기할 수 없습니다. 그러니 당신과 남편 대은의 넉넉한 호언 없이 이 일을 진행해야 한다. 아, 호언이 끊겼어? 근데 왜 계속 찾는 거야? 저는 케이크 워커씨가 너 왜 계속 따라오는 거니? 음악 아카데미. 이 근처에 어디 있지 않을까? 여기 뭐가 있는데?
Wow. Pity I don't have time for some sightseeing.
뭐 시계탑 아니야? 아, 뭐 혼당인가? 이 앞쪽에 이거 확인하기.
An automaton musician. Looks exactly like Hans's style. Like at Bohogstadt.
좀 올라가 볼까? 뭐야? 시위의 공지. 뮤지컬 스퀘어의 기기 오케스트라는 곧 컴퓨터화가 진행될 예정으로 이후 공지가 있기 전까지는 피아노 연주를 언급합니다. 2005년고 컴퓨터화?
I can't open it like this. It looks like it's been mechanically sealed.
뭐야? 이거 열어야 되는 거야?
I don't think I'll be able to open it directly.
왜 열어?
Strange.
That brand was everywhere in New York when I left. And now they've even got branches here. Looks like they've tried to blend all these new shops into the original facades. Doesn't make it any less a tourist trap, though.
잠깐 어딨지? 이상하다. 오다가 뭐 잠깐만 이거 어디 있는 거야? 지도도 없고 참 난감하다. 아카데미 이상하네. 광장 주위에 있어야 되는 거 아니야? 없는데.
Do you know where the Music Academy is, Oscar?
It should logically be on the square.
특혜 없잖아. 한 바퀴 돌았는데. 아카데미가 어디야? 그냥 집 아니야? 여긴 뭐야? 뭐 여긴가? 뭐 이상한데? 아닌가 본데? (2005년 10월) 규정에 따라 현재 귀화가 점유하고 있는 바겐 시위의 소문을 퇴거 통지 임대료 체납 바겐 시장
All these letters. They look like letters of formal notice. They probably haven't been paying the bills for some time.
뭐 저 뒤에 있는 거 볼 수가 없네. 뭐지? 뒤로 갈 수가 없는데.
So that's the famous Vaghen Music Academy? It's not what I was expecting.
Guten Tag!
What now? If you're from the council, you can come back when I'm not so busy.
Oh, sorry, you startled me.
So, now what do you want? Council minion?
I'm not from the council. I'm just a visitor here. I came because I was hoping to look at the file of a student from the 1930s.
Oh. I'm sorry, It's just that I haven't time for digging up old files from 70 years ago. I have way too much to do here, you understand.
I can tell you're a little overwhelmed. Where's the rest of the staff? Or maybe a student could show me.
You are standing in front of the rector and the only employee of this academy. My name is Maximilian Mahler, and it falls upon me to manage everything on the premises, the maintenance, the archiving, and the lot before we close next month. So, if you don't mind...
I'm very sorry to hear that the academy is closing, and I can see you're extremely busy, but I've come such a long way to see it. I'd be so grateful if you could locate it. It's really important to me.
And so is this place important to me, too. And I would love to hear the mechanical orchestra play one last time before the academy closes. But, alas, I can't, can I? Unless,
Unless what?
well, you know.
What? 뭐?
Okay, so you're suggesting that you'll only get me the file if I get that mechanical
Hmm?
orchestra going? Is that it? Well, Herr Mahler, that's called blackmail.
No, young lady. We call that you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Otherwise, we all might as well live on islands, don't you think?
아니 어떻게 고칠 줄 알고?
Okay, I'll give it a try. Believe it or not, I have seen mechanisms like the one on the square before.
Well, in that case, I promise to give you the file in return for your services.
Thanks.
But I must warn you that the square has undergone some transformations over the years, and some parts of the mechanism may be difficult to get to.
Don't worry, I'll make myself thin and slide between the cracks.
You'll find some of them scattered around the square, and some of the others you'll find in the clock tower. Now, if you'll excuse me for a second.
What are you...
Now, what is the name of that student you're interested in?
Roze. Dana Roze.
And what were the years she attended our illustrious academy?
In the 30s. 1937, to be precise.
Oh, and here it is.
찾았어? 뭐야?
And here you will find the annual inspection reports of the mechanisms by Frau Beckmann.
Frau Beckmann?
She was the rectress of the academy during the years you spoke of. These are from 1937. You see, I have a marvellous memory regarding archives. This is why I have chosen Frau Beckmann's, because there's something in here regarding that Edna Droz you spoke of.
Dana Roze.
Quite. You will also find some sheet music with annotations. This is the Hymn of Vaghen, which you must play on the piano on the square in order to activate the orchestra of automatons. Once you have fixed the mechanisms, of course.
뭐 연주까지 해야 돼?
All right then, here you go. What are you waiting for?
아니 갑자기 저걸 고친다고? 아니
This sheet music corresponds to the piano part for the Hymn of Vaghen. Someone's added annotations. They could help me play the hymn on the piano on the square, like the rector asked me to. I wonder what it's supposed to represent.
뭐야 이거? 뭐냐?
The report that the rectoress of the academy filled in with the help of Dana back in the 30s. According to the present rector, I should find all the information I need to repair the mechanisms on the square. Music Academy Inspection Report, October 12, 1937.
Today, I was due to inspect the musical mechanisms that enable students to give a public display of their talent and enable us to showcase the quality of our teaching to the people of our beautiful town. Like every year, I needed a volunteer from our students to help me during the inspection, and this year's choice was obvious.
I'm fine, really.
Well, you're looking off colour, darling, and on edge.
No, it's just that I haven't heard from Leon since he left with the Origin expedition from Kantar. And also,
Well, we've got company. You'll tell me later, Dana, darling. Meantime, be good and stay safe.
You too, Yunda.
Is everything all right? You look under the weather. We don't want one of our best and brightest to fall ill now, do we?
I'm just a little worried, that's all. About a friend who has left on a long voyage.
And who was that lady?
Just a friend I met this summer.
You do keep some surprising company, Fraulein Rose. Anyway, I have something for you that will take your mind off things.
Oh?
Would it interest you to see the mechanisms that enabled you to perform so brilliantly here last spring?
That would be wonderful.
Good. Come and join me at the kiosk when you have a moment. But don't be too long, though.
어디까지 봤었지? 자, 이것도 보실 분들은 일시정지하고 여기까지 봤었네. 37년 6월 학기가 끝났어. 올해는 봄 콘서트에 비하면 아무튼 여름에도 여기까지 봤었네. 레온 예전에 다나로즈가 좋아했던 레온이 떠나면서 그 여행 때문에 떠나면서 자꾸 헤어지게 됐는데 그 다음에 어떻게 되는지 모르겠네. 빌어먹을. 브라운 섀도우와 프랭코우스가 두통을 일으킬 정도야. 고작 복수를 한다고 이런 짓을 하다니. 지난밤에는 지난 여름 대피소에서 만난 영화 제작자이자 레온의 친구인 존타를 만났다. 잠깐만. 왜 그런 명망 높고 자유로운 정신의 소유자가 나 같은 18 여자아이를 만나려고 하는 건지 모르겠다. 아마 레온에게 했던 나를 돌봐주겠다는 약속을 지키려는 거겠지. 그렇지만 그게 전부가 아니야. 준타 씨가 레온에게서 온 편지를 전해줬다고. 오리진 탐험대는 발테이어의 수도 칸타르에 도착했다고 해. 레온이 거기 있으면 적어도 서로 편지는 주고받을 수 있겠어. 레온이 준타 씨에게 편지를 보내면 나한테 조심스럽게 해주는 거지. 너무 신나. 준타 씨를 오늘 다시 만났는데 레온에게 온 다음 편지를 전했어. 확실히 탐험대장인 베르고 씨는 레온에게 너무 잘 대하고 있나 봐. 레온이 억지로 탐험대에 참여한 걸 알면서도 말이야. 그렇지만 레온이 말하는 발테이어와 칸타르는 너무 아름다운 것 같다. 그리고 레온은 곧 오리진 탐험대가 칸타르를 떠난대. 발테이어 고원에 황무지로 간다는데 서린을 찾기 위해서. 참. 그보다 더 최악인 건 서린은 우편 배달을 안 한다면서 더 이상. 아니 무슨 서린이 어디 있다고 이걸 자, 나 이제 좀 걱정이 되는 것 같아. 이기짱아. 레온의 소식을 마지막으로 들은 게 몇 주 전이야. 그가 고원으로 간 후에는 편지를 보낼 수 없다는 걸 알지만 그렇게 거기에 오래 머무를 줄 미처 몰랐으니까 대체 무엇 때문에 계속 거기에 있는 걸까? 아직도 레온에게서 소식이 없어. 정말 몸이 떨리고 시작해. 자, 흉보고 서러운 괴물들에게 레온이 공격당하는 끔찍한 악몽을 계속 보고 있어. 아침에 일어나니까 몸이 아팠어. 그래서 이 억압된 감정을 계속 느끼려니까 폐가 다시 원래 폐가 안 좋은가 봐. 아카데미의 선생님들은 내가 집중을 못한대. 잘 버텨야 할 텐데. 준타 씨가 아카데미 수업이 끝나면 잠깐 들러서 나를 보자고 해. 아까 만날 때까지 적혀있네. 뭐 해야 되지? 베크만이 누구야? 그만?
Oh, good grief. It's gonna take me all day long to clean that lot up.
고찰.
I can hardly believe I held my concert here just 6 months ago. 6 months. Seems like a lifetime. So much has happened. Meeting Leon for a start. It would be so good if he were here now. I love receiving his letters since he left to Baltea with the Arjun expedition. The way he described Kantar, the capital, made it sound like a city from a dream. We've said so much on paper. And I love to read between the lines. But since the expedition left Kantar for the mountains, no news. I just hope he's okay.
게임치고는 스토리가 너무 서서히 진행되는데 뭐 그래도 그렇게 루즈하진 않고 그냥 뭔가 계속 궁금하게 만드는.
Roze, please join me.
어디야? 여기야?
Yeah, today's the yearly service of the mechanisms on the square.
뭐야? 너 아니야? 저 올라가 봐야 되나? 베크만이 어딨냐고. 야, 베크만. 아, 여기 있구나.
Come and see, Fraulein.
Incredible.
Isn't it just? You see these flags? Each mechanism housing for each musical automaton on the square is represented by one of these flags.
Fascinating.
Today is the day they are being serviced. Each mechanism has been inspected by an Academy maintenance man. In theory, they're all functional. But if you like, you can go and see these maintenance men on my behalf and fetch back their respective reports. You would be doing me a big favor, as I have to inspect the piano in the kiosk. And also, it will give you a chance to take a peek at each of the automaton mechanisms.
방금 다 만나고 왔는데. 왜 저죠?
Thank you very much for choosing me for this task, Frau Beckmann, but why me?
Consider it a reward for being one of the best students of the Academy. And it looks to me like you need something to take your mind off your worries. Now, take this. You'll need it to open the maintenance room that leads to the most impressive mechanism of all, that of the clock tower.
Thank you, Frau Beckmann.
Do you have any questions before you go?
No.
I'll go and see the maintenance team.
Good. Thank you, Fraulein.
시계탑부터 가보자. 오케이. 자, 이번에도 교대로 진행하면서 퍼즐을 풀어야 되는. 뭐 해야 돼? 투리하라고 이거?
The maintenance man said it was functional. I shouldn't touch it.
No?
Hey, careful what you're doing here, right? Don't go and injure yourself or damage any of the material.
자, 케이트워커로
Looks like the
가보면
rector was right, Oscar. I should be able to find the mechanisms he wants me to repair by following the circuit Dana described in the report.
They would still need to be accessible to us today, Kate Walker.
Glad to see you haven't lost any of your legendary optimism.
아, 여기 바뀌었네. 원래 여기 들어간 뭐야 이거 카페 여기요? 이쪽으로 들어갈 수 있나?
Looks locked. I can't go in.
이쪽이 아예 바뀌어 버렸는데? 어떻게 된 거지? 시계탑이 있고 신기하네. 원래 옆에 관리 일단 이쪽으로 다시 가서 올라가는 건가?
I just come down from the tower. You can tell Frau Beckman everything's in order up there. The mechanism's in perfect condition.
According to what the maintenance guy told Dana, there should be an access to the clock tower somewhere in the room.
시계탑으로 갈 수 있는 열쇠?
The spare parts for the automatons on the square.
얘 뭐야? 뭐가 있을까? 없는데? 올라갈 수 있나?
Oh, I've already checked over everything upstairs. There's no point you going up there.
That elevator Dana tried to take, it leads to the clock tower. We need to find it, Oscar.
밖에서 수리를 먼저 해야 되는 건가? 원래 이런 식으로 돼 있었는데 옆에가 그냥 카페로 바뀌었네. 이건 아예 들어가는 데가 아니고요. 고찰. 아니 고찰을 뭐 몇 번씩 하냐? 뭐야? 아 아까 해가지고 대사가 없네. 왜 뜨는 거야?
You can tell, Frau Beckman, this automaton still works correctly, but it's so filthy that it won't last long. It's gonna take me the whole day to give it a good clean if it's to get past winter.
So you're the one Frau Beckman sent, are you? Well, you can tell her there's no problem with this automaton. Just needs cleaning up and a bit of oiling. Have a gander at the mechanism if you like.
It seems perfectly functional. The maintenance man said it was functional. I shouldn't touch it.
이게 뭐야? CGT CT 그 높이에 따라서 지금 A, B, C, D 근데 얘는 왜 G지? 얘가 가지고 있는 게 어? 아 이게 저기서 뜨는 거 아닌데? 아무튼 이 구조도가 저게 저거 아닌가? 약간 뭐지? 기타 코드 비슷한 뭐 그런 것도 아니고 뭐지? 총장 리포트.
The report that the rectoress of the academy filled in with the help of Dana back in the 30s. According to the present rector, I should find all the information I need to repair the mechanisms on the square.
응? 아, 이걸 일단 열어야 되는구나. 일단 내 자리 뭐지? 뭐야? 1973인가? 그대로 맞추면 되는 건가 봐. 뭐야?
Something's wrong.
어? 어? 하나씩 물리고 있는 게 아니네. 뭐지 이거? 맨 아래 아 얘는 What? 저 안까지 안 들어가는데? 아, 이 좀 더 앞으로 나와 있네. 음... 여기까지인가?
Something's wrong.
아 이거 아니야? 아 잠깐만. 아 뭐야 위에 한 칸. 오케이. 한 칸이 더 내려야 되나? 끝에 있는 거 왜 짧은 거야? 이건 뭐야? 아, 이 된다. 이거구나. 있지 않니?
Well played, Kate Walker. You seem to be on the right track to successfully completing the service the rector asked of you.
Thanks, Oscar. But I still have to find the other mechanisms.
아니 뭐야 이거 왜 이거 어떻게 야 나와. What?
Oh, it had to fall to me.
이제 나올 생각을 안 하는데. 시계탑이 아니고 이게 아까 세 개로 나오던데 아닌가? 아니 이쪽 볼 수가 없네.
Is there anything else you need, Fraulein?
When the mechanical orchestra played along with me last spring, it was incredible. But how does it manage to play at the same tempo as the piano? It was almost like in a dream.
Oh, it wasn't dream work, Fraulein, but clockwork. The piano is connected to the mechanism that you are going to inspect, and the hymn of Vaghen played on the keys. That's what sets the rhythm and the intensity of the performance, and that's what triggers everything else.
치는 거에 따라 맞춰서 간다고?
Do you know who built the mechanical orchestra? My father told me it didn't exist when he was young.
They were built by a strange young French inventor by the name of
Vorarlberg.
Borelberg some years ago. From what I heard,
Vorarlberg.
he was visiting Vaghen while en route to the east, just after the huge fire that destroyed the town. He was moved by the legend of Vera Schönberg, that virtuoso who died in the fire, so he offered his talents to rebuild the city and create the mechanical orchestra.
What happened to Vera Schönberg? My mother always says it's the saddest story.
And she's right. You probably know that Vera Schönberg was Wagner's most famous musician at the beginning of the century. But her legend was truly born the night she performed a cello concerto right here on the square. It was also the night of the worst fire in Wagner's modern history.
And Frau Schönberg, she died in the fire, right?
She did. As well as all the other musicians and the entire audience. They were surrounded by flames, trapped on this square.
How dreadful.
Dreadful indeed. But according to the legend, Vera Schönberg kept playing Wagner's hymn until the very end. She understood they were all doomed to die, and her music brought them peace of mind during their last moments. This automaton you played with last spring was created in her image as a final tribute.
I had no idea.
Well, now you know all about the legend of Vera Schönberg. Was there something else, Fraulein Rose?
I'll go and see the maintenance team.
Good. Thank you, Fraulein.
세 군데인데. 아니 얘는 원래 이 자리에 없어진 건가? 아니면 밑에서 나오는 건가?
An automaton musician. Looks exactly like Hans's style, like at Vaghen.
일단 올라가 보자. 아까 하나가 됐으니까 뭐 위에서 뭐가 있지 않을까? 다른 거 지금 진행이 안 돼. 뭘 눌러야 되나? 아까 여기 하나가
One down, 3 to go.
3개? 시계탑 맞지? 여기는 확인밖에 안 되는데?
I don't think I'll be able to open it directly. The report that the rectoress of the academy filled in with the help of Dana back in the 30s. According to the present rector, I should find all the information I need to repair the mechanisms on the square.
아니 뭘 자세히 볼 수가 없는데. 부조도 아니 구조도
I wonder what it's supposed to represent.
구조도 뭘까?
Is there anything that requires my assistance?
악보? 악보는 지금 필요가 없고.
Given the condition of that door, it should give way if I force it a bit.
Impossible, Kate Walker. Such an act is illegal.
Let's just hope that no police
What?
come by here.
아니 뭐야 이거? What? 아니 뭐야 이게?
Something's wrong. Looks like a part is missing.
대박. 저기 없는데?
It seems perfectly functional.
Looks locked. I can't go in.
네, 여기 들어가야지 뭐가 있을 것 같은데.
I don't believe it. Because of that van, I can't get to the mechanism. I'll have to find a
저
way
안에
to move
있네?
it.
저 하나가 저기 있네? 야 전화해. 차 빼. 옆에 전화해. 아니 옆에 전화 뭐야 전화번호 있네. 전화. 야 니 차냐?
I need to find the owner.
이게 뭐야?
I need to find the owner.
전화해야 되는 거야 뭐야? 여기다 세워놓고 어디 간 거지? 이쪽에는 뭐 없었어. 그쪽에 여기 저쪽도 아니 잠깐 여기도 아닌 것 같고. 아까 오다가
I've still got to activate the mechanisms mentioned in the report before leaving the square. Looks like they've tried to blend all these new shops into the original facade. Doesn't make it any less a tourist trap, though.
무슨 전화기가 잠깐만요. 컵이요? 안에
According to the report, we can access the clock tower mechanism through this
이
building.
안쪽에
In what?
Guten Tag. How may I help you?
Well, I need to get to the back room of the shop.
This shop?
Yes, if you don't.
I'm sorry, but it's strictly forbidden to the public. Besides, why would anyone want to go back there?
네, 허락받고 온 거
Well,
아닌가?
it seems that the back room has the only access to the clock tower, which is where I need to get.
I'm sorry, but it's against company rules. I can't allow it, Fräulein.
Okay, thanks anyway.
아니 이거 뭐야?
Okay, I
이게
need to
아니야.
find another way in. The elevator Dana saw during her inspection must be right here, behind the door. I need to find a way to reach it.
그럼 전화기도 없니?
I should be able to get through it.
뭐야 저
If I
위에
can reach it.
저 위에 틈이 있는데? 밟을 만한 걸 가져. 아 이거구나. 밀라고. 처음에 소금 감옥에서 소금 광산에서 술에 밀던 거 생각나네.
Good. Now I just have to find the elevator to the clock tower.
Must I remind you that we are here illegally, Kate Walker? The employee will be very surprised to see you coming out of his back room.
According to the report, the elevator should be behind there. Let's hope it hasn't been walled up since.
뭐?
There. Okay. Just need to clear the passageway.
연타를 해야 돼. 다시. 오. 확실히 다나로즈보다 힘이 좋군.
They're still magnificent, in spite of their age. I wonder how long it's been since they were activated.
딱 봐도 복잡해 보여. 뭐야? 응? 뭐야 이거? 오, 찾았다. 이거 뭔지 알고 돌리는 거야?
That's it for the doors. Now I should take care of the engine. Looks like I need to put that key in the mechanism to activate it.
응? 이거 뭐지? 무슨 미사일 발사대 같이 생겼는데? 미사일 발사 버튼 아니냐 이거?
Half done. Let's see what's next.
오케이. 나서 그것만 수리하면 되지 않을까? 남아있는 게 뭐냐? 트럭도 있지. 이제 딴 거 없겠지? 이렇게 있고요. 다 한 거 같은데. 나가자. 밖에 기다리고 있는 거 아니야? 야, 이거 원래대로 야 원래대로 돌려놔야 되는 거 아니야? 뭐 이렇게 놓고 그냥 가네? 오케이.
3 working now. 1 more to go.
트럭. 이쪽에 하나가 있구나. 아 이게 이런 식으로 돼. 여기는 이렇게 돼 있네. 뭐야? 뭐야? 몰라. 또 안 하고요? 아 소리 나는 거야?
Wow. I would hate to be the one who must
아
tune this.
튜닝을 해야 돼. 잠깐만 여기서 튜닝하는 게 아닌 것 같은데? 아, 여기서 튜닝하는 게 아니야.
This looks complex.
아 이쪽은 이게 맞는구나. 여기요.
A part of the mechanism was damaged, but I changed it. You can tell Frau Beckmann everything's in order now.
I should go back and see Frau Beckmann.
그만. 잠깐만. 잠깐만해.
I need to find the owner. The report ends here. It doesn't say what happened next.
I think it contains all the information you need to repair the mechanisms on the square, Kate Walker.
여긴 막혀 있었네. 저기 위에가 예전엔 막혀 있었네. 다 본 거 같은데? 야 주인. 차 주인. 여기요.
Wow. Pity I don't have
여기
time for some
아니고요.
sightseeing.
태어났네.
It looks like the rector is desperate to reduce the costs of running the academy.
아, 전화기 있다. 아니야, 잠깐만, 여기 전화기가 있는데 전화기가 여기 있었네. 근데 너 몇 번이었지? 뛰어. 전화번호가 어떻게 되어 있는 거야? 51238882 번호는 간단하네. 앞에 5를 눌러야 되는 건가? 다 눌러야 되는 거네. 바겐 건설회사.
Hello, excuse me, but your van's parked on the square and it's blocking the way.
앞에.
Would you mind moving it?
Oh, sorry about that. I'm with a client nearby. I'll move it right away.
Thank you.